Aloha and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Day trading for ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just a trade journal. Shout out to the subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks. I welcome new subscribers, so please do. This helps. We're going to talk about time frame and time zone and how last week distribution with wholesale traders dumping their inventory on retail. We're going to do the weekend trade prep for Monday and how Friday technically sets us up for the Monday. So stay tuned, stay till the end where I go deep into the trade setup for Monday. Let's get to it. Basically, when wholesale traders have excess inventory, like they build up all through January and the first week of February, they need to get rid of it eventually, and they may choose when that happens to dump their inventory on the retail market. This can happen in minutes, hours, days, and this can lead to lower prices as the retail traders compound the selling, and they're selling at lower prices, and it's just a cascading effect. So we're going to talk about this and how the negative impact on a retail market as these lower prices can make it difficult for retail traders to maintain profitability in their trading business. In addition, the influx of lower prices can make it more difficult for other retail traders to compete, potentially leading to traders blowing out in the retail market and leaving the business. This is why we have an endless cycle of people in day trading ending up broke or blown up. In summary, while dumping of wholesale inventory on the retail can lead to short-term opportunities for the longs, it can also have long-term consequences for the retail minions. I am going to read the charts on this video so we can see exactly why it was so technically important on this Friday action. Let's get to the charts. Okay, so 2 Fridays ago, February 3rd, we had a double top. I called it out on my Twitter feed, and we also noted it in a few videos at the very least about this double top upper Bollinger Band. This was significant. This is I called it a 2-scoop double top. This is where the inventory started in the dump. And what happened when we get to Monday after that double top was lower high Tuesday, lower high Wednesday, and then Thursday we go all the way down to the mid. And note this resistance was the PAL anchored VWAP, very important. So this was the rate hike on February 1st, and you could see we had a tilt down on this anchored VWAP, so very important. And so I drew the anchored VWAP 2 from when the decline really started. So this is 65.5 as of Friday, 51.3 as of Friday. And you can see here with this red arrow that the overnight pivot of Friday's Globex, pretty much where we settled, just above middle Bollinger Band. So we're going to talk about Friday's action in the next chart on how this was a major save by the bulls and possibly wholesale and not closing below this key zone. And this Friday anchored VWAP was below it, but the actual price again closed above it. So very important that we know Monday of where we've come from and how it got there. And starting a new week and a new trade day Monday, let's just go through a little bit more on that Friday trade and talk about the 3 steps that it took in time zones. So we'll call this next chart how wholesale traders saved the middle Bollinger Band last Friday in 3 steps. Let's get to it. Step 1, Globex. So you can see here on this bar, we go down not quite to 1900, but we were down here sub 1908. We had below on the 1916 anchored VWAP, and you could see this red Friday candle in Globex definitely below middle Bollinger Band. Not looking good for bulls at all because it's been hours below, hours and hours. then we had this initial balance. So the first hour of RTH, this is where wholesale starts to make the move, and you see this long candle wick here, super long, and then we're right close to the middle Bollinger Band, okay? So we've got still a balance of RTH day to happen, and all we've done is accomplish that first hour of initial balance, and we go to the third sequence, which is the RTH close, and look what we did. Bullseye right at the overnight pivot, okay? So that was 24.1, and you see a speck of green on this doji candle. There's virtually all candle wick, very little body to this candle. So that sets us up for Monday with this structure here. So I'd imagine that after 5 days of distribution here, it could be a potential that wholesale is done with their liquidation and they got it all the way down to their cost basis. Could we come back and go lower and puncture 1900? Sure, but based on how this closed, I want to wait and see more evidence because we left the air on this 3 EMA. So very important. That does not happen that often during a year. So that was significant. The other thing I will say is the range volume compared to Thursday was only 37%. So it was a very light day when it comes to range. So I expect that we will have a bigger range on Monday. And what I'm looking for is how Globex opens, what the overnight pivot's going to be, all about Asia and Europe. And I'm going to keep really a lot of cash until I see how the pivots work. So that's it. I'll have more on the next video. If this has helped in any way on your weekend prep for Monday, I appreciate your like, and most importantly, thank you to the subscribers that have already subscribed, and hopefully if you've not yet, you'll consider doing so. Aloha and take care.